With a healthy lead at the top of the table, we aspire to be a League One side. Last time out, we played two League One teams, first of all in the Papa John's Trophy, and lost narrowly. But then we managed to get a draw against the other side. But that means a replay. Today, we have that replay and the draw for the third round of the FA Cup. Who are we going to play if we can get past Wigan? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to episode 40 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games for you. The FA Cup second round replay against Wigan Athletic is first up, and that is closely followed by a League Two match. In fact, it's pretty much halfway through the season. Our 22nd match day against Exeter City away from home at St James's Park. And that will probably see where we are at halfway stage of the season. But before all of that, we are going to have the draw for the third round of the FA Cup. Very exciting to see who we are likely to play in the third round. If we can get past Wigan Athletic, it might be an incentive. Let's go and find out. Will it be somebody big or will it be somebody small? And here we are, ahead of our second round replay. We have the Emirates FA Cup third round draw, and 72 teams going into that for 32 matches, with the Premier League teams entering the competition alongside the Championship sides as well. So it's all to play for. Manchester City, the current holders, and also favourites. So let's see who we get in this draw then. It's the new style draw. And we're underway. Roy Keane is the ceremony host. And he says, hello to everyone watching along. Roy Keane, I'm your host for these proceedings. I'm sure it'll be a dramatic draw for the Emirates third round. So make sure you don't go anywhere. Indeed. Let's get underway then. Newcastle are first out, and they will play Everton. An all Premier League start to the draw. Nottingham Forest will play West Brom. Nottingham Forest of Championship will play West Brom of the Championship. West Ham will play Milton Keynes, Dons or Barnsley. Remembering, of course, this draw being made before we play the replay, so we are in with Wigan. Bristol Rovers will play Burnley, both of the Championship, in this incarnation of Football Manager. Liverpool, Premier League side, will play Wolves. Walsall will play Cardiff. Walsall of the Vanarama National League, playing Cardiff of, I'm not sure if they're the Championship or League One. We'll check that one out in a bit. Gateshead of the National League playing Plymouth of League One. Southampton, League One Championship. Got relegated last season. We'll play Luton Town, also of the Championship. Crystal Palace of the Premier League, playing Arsenal, an all London derby there. Boreham Wood or Peterborough will play Millwall. Millwall in the Championship in this incarnation. Stoke City will play a Reading, another all-Championship match, I think. Manchester United will play Aston Villa, so not a trip to Old Trafford. Leeds United will play Middlesbrough. York City of the National League are playing Wycombe of League One. Norwich City, Championship side, will play Chelsea in our other save, of course. Sheffield Wednesday will play Hull City. Northampton or Portsmouth will play Maidstone United or Peterborough Sports, I believe that is. So somebody's going to get through to the fourth round. Blackpool will play Leicester. Here we go. Wigan or Buxton are going to play Crawley Town. That was a bit of a letdown, wasn't it? Come the end. Oh, dearie me. That was match 19. I'm not going to go through and draw. I'm going to go to the end. Last draw out. Coventry will play Brentford. Let's have a look at the whole draw then. Also playing Cardiff of the Championship, which I think we said. Gateshead and Plymouth. But there we are. If we can get past Wigan, we have Crawley Town, who are a League Two side, so playing our rivals in League Two. If we can get past Wigan, we've got to fancy our chances to get through to the fourth round of the FA Cup and continue our cup run. And been nice to have had a bigger side and earned a little bit of money, but never mind. We'll go with that. So I will hand you back to Future Mark, and I think he will just take you through how that fits in to the schedule. Thank you to past Mark for the draw for the Emirates FA Cup third round. As you'll see on the schedule, it actually isn't showing up here yet. That's probably because we haven't passed the second round stage, but just to note that if we do get past Wigan in this game, it is scheduled for the weekend of the 11th of January. And interestingly, we would have been playing Crawley Town on the Sunday if we were playing normally. Well, we would still be playing Crawley Town. But I'm guessing if we don't get past Wigan, the Crawley Town game could be postponed because Crawley Town are obviously through to the next round. So they will be playing in that match. So they won't want to play us as well. So that match almost certainly will get moved. Northampton already been moved into that Tuesday slot as well. So it will be that weekend. If we get past Wigan, we will be playing Crawley Town. If we don't get past Wigan, then we won't be playing Crawley Town that weekend at all because, as I say, they have obviously been they've obviously already got through to the third round. Right, nothing's really happened since you were last with us because we haven't played any games, but the games in hand have been used in League Two. And what does that mean in the table? Well, let's widen this out. As you will see, Leyton Orient are second on 38 points, 15 points behind us. So that is the scale of the difference between us and second place. Crawley Town, who we will be playing, as we've already discussed, they are in third on 38 as well. Obviously on goal difference at the moment. Then come Wimbledon on 37. Crewe on 37. Then a gap down to Hartlepool on 33 points. Swindon Town on 31. And we are 23 points clear of Bradford City in third place, who are on 30 points at the moment. Let's just go back a stage if we can. Let's have a look at those scores as they came in. It was Wimbledon 0, Northampton 0, Leyton Orient beating Burton by a goal to 0, Crewe beating Carlisle 2-1. Today's other game in the episode, Exeter City losing to Cheltenham 2-0, who've just got a new manager. Chesterfield beating Stevenage 3-2. Bradford beating Colchester 3-0. Crawley Town beating Harrogate Town 3-0. Doncaster beating Hartlepool. Hartlepool falling away very fast. 1-0. Mansfield losing to Rochdale 1-0. Cambridge and Solihull Moors 1-1. And Swindon Town and Woking 0-0. So that's how the table looks. Doncaster and Colchester in that drop zone. As it stands at the minute, Doncaster making every effort to try and get out of there quick and chasing down Cambridge United and Stevenage, which they're working on. Transfer-wise, we've had one thing. We will be bringing Callum Hulum Callum Hume in on loan, coming in on the 1st of January. We brought him in. He can play in quite a few positions. Just put him up. He can play as this wide defensive player, but he can also play, which is what we brought him in for. He is natural at the Volante position, the segundo volante. He's natural at that position. He's better as a regista, really, but that's the position that we would probably use him in that formation, and we'll see how we get on with him. So he's coming in from Charlton for the rest of the season in January. We know Reece Greenidge is going out to Hartlepool. They probably need him at the moment. So we'll see how that all materialises in future episodes. Right, we won't mess around anymore. We'll go through and play Wigan. 2-2 in the first game at the DW Stadium. Luca Barrington getting sent off after 63 minutes. We were lucky to get away with a 2-2 draw. But here we are in the second round at Edgeley Park on the telly. And we must be looking for a reasonable crowd as well. And this is the side that will face Wigan in this Emirates FA Cup, a second round replay. And it's Killip in goal. Linton, Williams, Smith and Viner are defensive line. McDonald and Greaves in front of the back four. Duddy Zak continues in the central midfield role. Smith plays on the left today as a winger. Moss on the right, as he had a good game against Wigan last time out as the inverted winger. Dobby up front as the advanced forward, and then on the bench, Prizebeck, Gamble, Pike, Scanlon, Raymond, Patterson, Camwart, Walker and Omatoy. Interesting to note, they beat Portsmouth away from home by a 1-0 in between their last game and us. Oh no, is that going the other way? What date are we on today? 17th. In fact, they've played 2 games since they played us. They've won 1 and lost 1. Lost to Peterborough by a 0-0. So we might just catch them out of form. And here's the two sides and how they face off against one another. The Wigan team then, it's Cox in goal, Rugan, Atkinson, Shipley and Alabusu. Naylor and Power in a defensive midfield. Scully, Asgard and Lang, the attacking midfield. Humphreys up front. On the bench, Amos, McIntosh, Shaw, Munn, Spong, Kaizu, Carragher, Hill and Leeson. And the first highlights, 7 minutes in. Williams heads up down to McDonald, but he's given the ball away, which isn't very good. But Smith steps in and a poor pass there through to Dobby. Dobby crosses it and Moss gets his 3rd goal against Wigan. 7th goal of the season for Perry Moss. It was all very easy, but then we've done this before in the first game and come unstuck. Can we hang on to it here at Edgeley Park? There's quite a few in, actually. Interesting to see what the gate is. Dobby run out of space, crossed it, saw Moss there. And a good cross the 6-yard box and Moss picking the net. Linton with the throw-in on this near side. Long throw. McDonald heads it on, but the goalkeeper Cox underneath it. He's going to kick this ball out long. And they've kept the ball in. Won the ball. And they're coming forward, pressurising us. That's a shot from distance, just over the top. And they have a corner. 20 minutes nearly on the clock. Power with the corner. Need to defend this well. It comes in and it's headed wide. And no more highlights. Half-time arrives. We've had 4 shots. 3 on target, 0.87 on the XG, 53% of the possession. Wigan, as the game went on, gradually getting themselves back in the game. 5 shots, 2 on target, 0.41, 47% of the possession. It's okay so far. We could do with at least another goal, though, to make things a little bit more comfortable. 64 minutes on the clock. Our first highlight of the second half. Cox with a long ball forward. It's headed down by Smith to Dudizak. Viner. Smith tries to launch one over the top to try and get Dobby away, but not doing. And Humphreys looked as if he was offside there. And it's come back off the woodwork. Linton comes forward. And a highlight immediately afterwards. And they're coming forward, but Smith's given out. Oh, he's a bit casual there. But he's won the ball back. He's redeemed himself. Moss into space. Dobby puts it away. His 11th goal of the season with 2 up on 66 minutes. And that was Smith not giving up there. He could easily have given that up, but won it back. Created a bit of space, found Moss in acres of space. Moss saw the runner Dobby. Dobby hit it almost first time, and it's 2-0. Just about to make a change, and we get highlights. Spong with the free kick. Oh, it's come back off the woodwork again. We're running a little bit of luck here. Viner picked up a yellow card, I noticed. Moss, as we come forward again. Dudizak, Greaves comes forward. He's lost the ball, though. And Munn is in. And Munn's put it wide. And with 72 minutes on the clock, nearly 73 minutes, so we made 3 changes. Josiah Linton coming off. He's a yellow card, not playing particularly well. And he's replaced, as usual, by Callum Scanlon. Harry Williams is off. He's also tiring and not having a good game, so Patrick Gamble is on for him. And our final change, Johnny Smith, he's off for Tyrese Omotoy, who moves out to play as the inverted forward, or inside forward, should I say, on the left-hand side of attack. 79, nearly 80 minutes on the clock. Viner to McDonald. Greaves. Dudizak finds Omotoy, who's come inside. Puts it out wide to Moss. Moss finds McDonald. McDonald crosses it into the area. It's gone out and it's a corner. Last ditch defensive move. Scanlon with the corner. Swings it long. It's a goal. Patrick Gamble gets his 3rd goal of the season and we have seen Wigan off. That is it. They're not going to come back from that. 3-0. Patrick Gamble with 3 defenders on him. They have a throw in. Leeson with the throw into Lang. Lang and Dudizak wins the ball. Looking for somebody to support. Moss supports him. Poor pass from Moss in the end. Moss wins it back though. And Dobby through to Moss. Moss has been felled in the area. It's a penalty. It's going to be 4-0 and we've really trounced Wigan. Crawley Town then in the next round. Omotoy adds to his impressive total for the season. His 23rd goal, this time from the penalty spot. 83 minutes on the clock. And our final 2 changes with 86 minutes on the clock. Patterson is on for Kyle McDonald, who's had a good game. And he's very tired, so we've taken him off. And also the other change that we've made is we have brought on Daniel Pike has come on for Zach Viner, also had a good game on that right-hand side of defence. And we're through to the next round and a tie against Crawley in January. And we come straight back with a highlight. Moss to Viner. Viner forward, finds Moss. Moss holds it up. McDonald. Changes haven't gone through yet, obviously. That's gone out for a goal kick. 3 minutes of injury time. There's a free kick to Wigan. Shipley with the free kick to Shaw. Shaw fires one over the top for Lang. And Lang gets one back for Wigan. Only a consolation, though, I think. Where's Lang going? Shame we couldn't keep a clean sheet. And it's all over. We have progressed to the third round of the FA Cup, and for not forgetting that we hadn't progressed beyond the first round up to this season. So we've done well, and we move forward. It's Crawley Town in the next round. So we've got to fancy our chances to progress to the fourth round, I feel sure. It ended up 14 shots, 7 on target, 2.87, 54% of the possession. 14 shots for Wigan, 6 on target, 1.27, 46% of the possession. Good day at the office, I think. And before we have the Exeter City game, there are a number of games been played this evening in League Two, which means that we have a game in hand over Leyton Orient, who have closed the gap down to just 12 points now, having won again tonight, beating Chesterfield by 2-0. It's 12 points behind us. Crawley Town not playing, Hartlepool playing, and they lost again to Rochdale, so they're in really poor form at the moment. And as I say, a bulk of teams there. Bradford beating Swindon. So that's how the table looks. Still 12 points clear at the top, with a game in hand over Leyton Orient in second. And we remain those 15 points clear of Crawley Town in third. Right, next up is Exeter City. We haven't played Exeter City before, I don't think. No, we haven't. It's new territory for us. Exeter City, no team news. We have Louis Molden, who's still out with a fractured lower leg. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Exeter. And this is the team that will face Exeter City in this Sky Bet League Too Much. There's stuff been going on all around. Games are being played and what have you. So we'll catch up with the table at the end of this. But this is the team that will face Exeter for this match. Killapin goals. Scanlon, Williams, Smith and Viner are defensive back four. McDonald and Pattison in front of them. Mundell sits behind Omatoy and Barrington at the attacking midfield. Dobby gets the nod up front yet again after such a good game against Wigan. Prizebeck, Gamble, Pike, Duddyzak, Greaves, Smith and Walker are all on the bench. And this is how the two sides face up. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. And we have reverted to our 4-2-1-2-1 or 4-3-3, whichever way you look at it. And this is how the table looks. We are top. Exeter City in 15th place. First highlight of the afternoon, 12 minutes in. And it goes to Exeter City, who have a throw-in in their own half. Ball forward. Williams heads it down to McDonald. McDonald forward looking for Barrington. Didn't find him. Barrington playing on the right today. His preferred side. So we'll see if he performs today. That was a poor pass. And Scanlon mops up. Omatoy in front of him. Omatoy through. Looking for Dobby. Dobby creates a bit of space. Back to Omatoy. Omatoy fires it at the goalkeeper. And I think it was a bit of offside there. Dewhurst with the goal kick. Sends it forward. Headed down by Smith. Pattison. Barrington coming forward. Chips one over the top. Looking for Dobby. Dobby goes round the goalkeeper and he misses. In fact, must have been knocked out by the defender for a corner. Barrington then with the corner. Long, deep one. Looking for... Not sure who it was looking for. He was looking for Williams, but didn't find him. And it goes out for a throw. Turner comes forward. McDonald fouls him, and McDonald's going to get sent off. And that's our second sending off in recent times. Deary me. We're going to have to go to a flat a central mid, aren't we? Without a defensive midfielder. Let's just sort these guys out. Ball-winning midfielder on support. And we will have Mundell as a Mazzala on support. And I think that's how we're going to have to play it. What we might do, though, is change these to attacking. Now we've lost the attacking impetus in the middle there. So we'll do that for the moment and see what happens. But down to 10 men with 70 minutes left to play. Sorry, 70 minutes. What am I on about? 50 minutes left to play. And a game, a poor half that. McDonald getting sent off after 41 minutes. Got his yellow card after 29. Should have really reacted to that. But he got sent off after 41. We've had 12 shots, 5 on target. We've not breached them yet, and we do need to breach them. 1.94 in the XG, 55%. I'm not quite sure how being down to 10 men is going to affect us. So far, they've not pressurised us too much, but it's going to get difficult now and with a man down. 45% of the possession. 0.17 on the XG for Exeter City. If only we put some of those chances away. Barrington with a corner. Long swept in. Williams trying to get underneath it. Couldn't. Barrington has a second go. Barrington still with the ball, but he's nobody there, and it's cleared up field. Scanlon comes back with it. Omatoy out wide. Comes off a defender. Mundell is tackled and dispossessed. Finer to Patterson. Barrington through to Dobby. Oh, and he was offside. Wouldn't have counted. And with 17 minutes on the clock, we made 3 changes. Zach Viner has come off. Daniel Pike, not Plike, but Daniel Pike replacing him. Romain Mundell coming off in central midfield, and Harrison Dudizak is on for him. And we've also brought off Lewis Dobby, who just not converting his chances today, unlike he did against Wigan. So we've brought Lewis Walker on for him. Lewis Walker on for him. Lewis Walker moving to the left-hand side of the attacking midfield as inside forward. And Omatoy going up and heading the attack. Throw in on the far side. Scanlon throws it in. He's giving it away, though. Long ball forward, and Cox brings it down nicely. Now we're in trouble. Williams holds him up. Elliott from distance. It's gone over the top, thankfully. And we made our final 2 changes. Patrick Gamble comes on for the very tired Andy Smith, and he's replaced him. And we've also brought on... who else have we brought on? It helps to check to see Greaves. We brought AJ Greaves on in place of Alex Patterson, again, who's getting tired out there, and held that midfield, but we're looking for a way through, and right at the minute we're not finding it. No more highlights. It's game over. It's a 0-0 draw, and again, on the basis that we had a player sent off, I think we've probably done reasonably well. Finished with 15 shots, 6 on target, 2.59, 55% of the possession. They had 6 shots, 2 on target, 0.32, 45% of the possession. Not one of our finest days, but not one of our worst days either. We'll take that. Omatoy not getting, when he moved up front, not really getting the impetus and doing any better than Dobby. And hopefully these two will suddenly hit a bit of form, because we definitely need them to start hitting a bit of form. Omatoy really at the moment only scored just recently from the penalty spot. So we needed to get him back firing on all cylinders. But I guess in the scheme of things, it's not a major catastrophe, but 2 points dropped, all said and done. And with a full programme of games today, as you'll see, we are now just 10 points in front of Leyton Orient, albeit we do have a game in hand. And yes, that potentially can be 13-point lead, and most of the other teams below us have played those extra games. In fact, everybody has pretty much, certainly in the immediate vicinity that we're looking at. So 10-point lead at the top then. 33 goal difference at the moment. And Leyton Orient managing a 1-0 win against Hartlepool. Hartlepool dropping out of the playoffs now on 33 points. They've not picked up any points for some time. So definitely dropping away there. Leyton Orient cementing themselves in second at the minute, a 3-point gap over Wimbledon and Crawley. Crawley dropping down the table a little bit. I presume they must have lost. Crawley, our next opponents in the FA Cup again, lost 1-0 to Bradford City. That's how that has ended today. So let's go and have a look at our next episode. Halfway through the season then, or pretty much once we played the Harrogate game, we will be halfway through the season. The rest of the teams have got halfway. And then we start again with Swindon, Hartlepool and Burton Albion. So we are going to come back at the start of January, start of the transfer window. So we'll start offloading some players for sure. Harrogate and Swindon Town offline, as we're doing, trying to stick, apart from cup matches, of course, sticking to games at the start of the month. So we're coming back for Swindon Town and Hartlepool in the next episode. Swindon Town currently 10th, Hartlepool currently 8th. So that's what we're coming back for. In fact, do we do that? Swindon Town, or do we do Hartlepool and Burton? No, we'll do it either side of the transfer window because we can talk about what's going to happen in the transfer window. So Swindon and Hartlepool in the next episode, and then the episode after that will be Leyton Orient as they're top of the table. So it'll be Crawley Town and Leyton Orient in the next episode, assuming Crawley Town are still up and around the top of that table there somewhere. So let's see how we get on. But hopefully we'll be shipping a few players and maybe the odd one or two coming in, but we don't want to upset too many people in the second half of the season. We want to build that momentum going into the second half and win the title as soon as we can. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend and new series as they are released. If you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel and more, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideToo. New episodes of To Be a Legend are released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 41. It's out on Monday. Until then, I wish you a very good weekend. Till then, bye-bye.